Hey folks, Valentin the Mad here, and today we'll be having a quick look at the destruction in the finals, at what's there, some of the limitations, and some thoughts on it. So, the big one is the building structure damage, which is highly impressive. At a first glance, it is similar to what we know from Battlefield and other games. When hit by enough force, a chunk or several chunks will be blown off, with the looks here being a little rough. But here's where it begins to differ. First, every part of such buildings will respond, including the inner walls, floors and staircases. But what really makes it stand out are the collapsings. So, when it can no longer hold itself, you'll see the building fall apart and, rather than a pre-made sequence, that will be entirely physics-based. The ruins that do remain, and there will often be quite a bit left, are climbable, they'll keep responding, and they'll just be a part of the changing battlefield. And, just to emphasize even more, it is all entirely synchronized. It is a multiplayer game and you usually don't have a great deal of physics in those. What you have at best, in most cases, are variations that get destroyed when hit and a pre-made collapsing sequence. So, seeing all of that, I was massively impressed. The rest of the destruction is fairly simple. Stuff will basically explode when taking enough damage. That includes interior objects, vegetation, and so on. The terrain, or the bottom fighting floor in the case of the Soul map, will not respond. As for the other limitations, you will have construction sites that can be brought down where the meta foundation will remain standing no matter what. That includes cranes too. Those can't be brought down, which is a shame. If you recall Teardown, destructible cranes in cities can be a lot of fun. Now as for the consistency factor, how responsive will it feel? The Monaco map is almost entirely destructible. Including that massive cathedral. You do have a construction site and the occasional crane and some oddities here and there. The Soul map initially gives a less responsive impression, but it's actually not all that different. You do have the construction site, the elevator here. Yes, yellow beams are the nemesis of destruction. Some objects and oddities here and there, but other than those, all else seems to be largely consistent. The destructible mall is crazy cool, and with some of the other structures you have, I was massively blown away by stuff I was seeing. Things like that are usually a pre-made sequence. The one real issue I do have here is that they often place the objectives in the less responsive areas, which to me defeats the whole purpose. Very often the bulk of the match will be in the static areas, which is a bloody shame. When you do get combat in the destructible buildings, it delivers a really cool and a very unique experience. So, aside from that issue, which is kind of a big one, it does look otherwise quite promising. The destruction is massively impressive and hopefully this will be a fresh reminder to people of how cool an experience can be with really responsive environments. Hope you enjoyed this video. Do let me know what you think in the comment section, and subscribe for more content coming your way soon. Until next time!